I left the group.
Why?
Because I'm going to put this down.
Of course, yeah, you need to. Because we're going to go videos now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I have your videos anyway.
Oh.
So we're going to go videos now. But before that,
Okay.
why did you leave the group?
I left the group because I left the state of Virginia. My daughter,
Same
when you're a
daughter.
mom,
Okay,
it's always connected to what your children are
Okay.
doing. So, and I just have one, so I really doted on her. But she graduated from high school and went to college. And so I knew she was leaving, and I thought, what am I going to do? I need to do something else with my life now. Coming back to my childhood days when my grandmother kept saying, well, where are you going to live, and what do you want to do? So I always have this urge to go off and explore somewhere else.
Okay.
I think I will never, ever stop having that urge. I keep waiting for the moment when I'm like, I'm tired, I'm going to stay home, but I never do.
And you went to Africa. You went to Mali.
I went to, yes, I went to Mali on a Fulbright.
March 22nd,
Yeah.
2012. There was a coup d'etat.
Yeah,
Which brought you back to America.
exactly. And it brought me here.
And
to
in
VOA.
May, you joined the VOA.
That's right.
So how did you come about becoming a member of this wonderful place?
Oh, that was terrific. You know, right before I went to Mali, I went on a Fulbright scholarship, which is really an honor. And it's something that was exciting for me because I could go and I taught at the Conservatory of Music. Mali has one conservatory,
Okay.
postgraduate studies for the arts and multimedia and music. So I was able to go there and teach about American music to Malians.
Okay.
And I taught voice.
Okay.
So right before I left, Leo Sarkeesian, who was the founder of this show, Music Time in Africa,
Okay.
he contacted his right-hand woman, actually, and said, I need somebody to replace me.
Okay.
And she and I used to work together in academe.
Okay.
And she said, I know just the person. She's an ethnomusicologist. She knows about African music. She's lived in Africa. And she's also a singer. And she's used to being on stage and in front of the camera. She's your girl.
Okay.
Or your lady. So they said we really would like to bring you on board. But I said, well, I got to go to Mali, you know. And so we kind of kept in touch when I was in Mali. But then when the coup d'etat happened, I had to leave early. And so I said to them, are you guys ready for me now? Because
You're free.
I'm suddenly free.
How challenging was it, for you to come here? Starting
Oh,
doing
it was-
something that have you
Yeah.
been doing any broadcasting work before? In fact,
I had done some. When I was in college, I had my own radio show.
okay. So how was it like?
But
Broadcasting
it was new.
for the whole of
learning-
Africa.
The learning curve was high at first. And at first, I think I was really academic.
Wow. Okay.
That didn't sound very good.
Okay. Okay. And later you
I
changed.
heard, I listen. I'm a very critical self.
Okay.
I criticize
Okay.
well myself.
Okay.
And I heard that, and I thought, oh my God, I got to change this up. So then I just loosened up and started having fun,
Okay.
and things were much better. But I love it here. I love the voice of America.
So though you've been studying listening to different African music, but when you came to VOA doing this Music Africa time in Africa, did you come across new African music as
Yes.
well?
Yes, I thought I knew a lot until I started
Especially
working
my
here.
country, Sierra Leone. Did you
I
get
didn't
any
know
Sierra Leone
anything about
music?
Sierra Leone.
So now it's time for Sierra Leone aspect of this big interview. When are you going to Sierra Leone, and when are you ready to promote Sierra Leone music?
I will come to Sierra Leone as soon as I'm invited.
By who?
Anybody that will receive me.
But I've seen a different platform where you go to different countries, Do the country invite you, or do you go there voluntarily?
Actually, sometimes I go with VOA just to meet some musicians and get new music and just kind of get the feel of what the tempo of music.
Okay.
But if I really, the best way is when I come and I'm invited by the embassy, someone in the American embassy in that country.
Do you guys request for that?
Yes, that would be great. And then what happens is they ask me to come as an ambassador, a music ambassador for the United States and for VOA. And I come through the embassy and give concerts, go to schools, go to music and arts centers, and perform my American music, but then also mix up and play with Sierra Leoneans. For example, so if I come to Sierra Leone, then we can get together some jazz musicians or traditional
We have
musicians.
a lot of them. Many, many.
And we work together and we perform together.
So why can't you write a request to the embassy now, requesting that you want to go to Sierra Leone? Is it possible?
I'm not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to do that?
No,
Okay.
because there are rules, This is political too. And there are rules that we cannot do.
So how do you want me and David Vanny to help you in doing this? because I need you there. We need you there because you're popular in that country. People listen to your program.
I would love to come Sierra Leone. I mean, David Vandy is always telling me about how I should come. And recently I was at an event where there were a lot of Sierra Leoneans, and they were having a good time.
Big time. Big time.
And that was the first time I was in a crowd of Sierra Leoneans.
Have you done any research on Sierra Leone music?
A little bit. I wrote some... they have this big encyclopedia of African music that is put out every couple of years, and I did that. I wrote several chapters on music from different parts of Africa, and Sierra Leone was part of it. I think, was it Mende? Do you have a Mende population?
Oh yeah, we have Mende. Mende,
so
Timne, Limba,
exactly.
Susu, and all the rest.
Okay, so all of these
Madingo,
ethnic groups.
we have them
okay,
there,
yeah, but I can't remember specifics because it was a while ago.
Okay.
But the Sierra Leonean refugee all-stars have come through.
Oh yeah.
Who else have I met? A few other Sierra Leonean musicians. I can't remember right now.
Okay.
But I would love to come. I really would.
Okay.
And all it takes is an invitation, and then I'm there, and I can spend maybe 10 days or 2 weeks.
You hosted me a couple of months ago in your program, and I gave you some Sierra Leone music.
Yes.
What was your take on them? When you listened to them for the first
Oh,
time?
it was great.
There's one particular one that you like so much.
Which one
The
was
one
it?
from Bobby. We ended the program with that very music anyway. Now,
okay.
coming back to Sierra Leone music, is it possible for you, if you have the chance to go to Sierra Leone, to work with local stars like you've been doing in Mali and Ivory Coast as well? Maybe teaming up with them and compose a song. Do a song in the studio? Will you do that?
Exactly. I did that the last time I was in Africa. I was in Kenya,
Okay.
Nairobi, and I did a song that's supposed to come out. I don't know if it's out yet or not. We also did a music video with a local artist there named Wino.
Okay.
And it was so much fun. We had like 2 days. That's why when you ask me if I take a long time writing songs, I do. But if I have 2 days, I'll write a song in 2 days too.
Okay, we're still going to come with Salone at the same time and then end this program. But first, let's just go with a video clip that you did.
Okay.
You call this one Malado.
Malado.
Malado. What is Malado, by the way?
Malado, Miriam, Malado is the name of a woman.
It's the name of a woman.
It's a
You
Malian
know that
name.
song, by the way?
It's not a song.
No.
I made up the song.
Oh, you made up the song?
I just took
So what
the
the meaning?
name.
What? Okay.
Here's Mariam doesn't know this too, so I'm going to tell her. It was an experience that I had personally when I lived there, that a friend of mine wanted a man to love her, and he didn't.
Wow.
At all. I saw it. He didn't look at her, but she had to have this man. She didn't know what to do. So she went to a marabout and asked him to do something for her, make some potions or give her some powerful words to speak so that he would fall in love with her. So I wrote this song. I call it Malado, but I just picked that name because I like that name, but I put the name to a little bottle with powder in it, and I call that Malado, which is basically the magic.
Like
that
a
is
charm.
exactly.
Powder, okay.
And so I'm singing to Malado.
Changing the mind of a guy.
And I'm singing to Malado saying, it's time for you to work your magic. I paid a lot for you.
That's why you're tiptoeing. Tiptoe the song.
Yes.
Well, let's go with the song right now, Malado, the video clip. I love the concept of the video anyway. We're going to go with the video right now, and when we come back, we're going to talk again in terms of African music.
Okay.
Once again, the program is Salone Star Parade, and of course, I'm right here, the studio Music Time in Africa, VOA, and of course, I'm talking to the host of African Music, Heather Maxwell. This is a video clip she did, and she called this one Malado. We'll be back.
Okay, listen, Malado, the man I want lives right next door. For you I paid a high price, so you better work nice and quickly, discreetly for me. You in my pocket we go tonight. I can't wait no more. We slip in through kitchen, go to the bedroom, and then I scatter your magic powder on his pillow. Hey, oh, here we go. Just us two on a go. Tiptoe, shh, no one will ever know that I cast your spell of love on that man I want. I know it's wrong, God forgive me. Hey, oh, here we go. Me and you, Malado. Tiptoe, shh, no one ever has to know that I cast your spell of love on that man I want. I'll be good to him, I promise, Malado. With that magic powder called Malado, any woman can enslave you. With just one blow, brother, on your pillow. The very next morning you in love shackles. Watch out for Malado, brothers, watch out. Incantations of my lips. I'll pop your top, moving my hips like this. Very gently I blow.
Okay, baby, go. Now come on, work your magic, Malado.
Hey, oh, here we go. Just us two, Malado. Tiptoe, shh, no one will ever know that I cast your spell of love on the man I want. I know it's wrong, God forgive me.
Yes, welcome back once again, Salone Star Parade with me, King Millan, and the star for this week is Heather Maxwell, the host of Music Time in Africa. You said this is the hot seat.
You're in the hot seat.
Malado, this song just played Tiptoe, the charm, you know, everything. Yeah, how did people receive this song?
Oh, they loved it. That was one of the songs I took with me to the Festival sur le Niger when I sang there. Actually, I did that 2 times. People really, really liked that.
Okay.
Yeah, and they liked the video.
Now let's talk a little bit about your show, Music Time in Africa.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of interviews with big stars.
Yeah.
Which one is your most important interview that you've ever done?
Oh, my gosh, that's hard.
Hard, I know.
What?
One day I'll
The
be
most... You mean the most exciting?
exciting, interesting one, the one that you can definitely say this one.
Okay.
was like,
Well, there's 2.
Okay, 2. Okay, give me.
Okay. The first one I thought of was a group of 3 women
Wow.
that came through a couple years ago. One was from, 2 were from Ivory Coast, and 1 was from Cameroon. Caris Fotso, Manu Gallo,
Okay.
and Dobe Nyaore. They were awesome, and they also had some great other players. It was
Okay.
packed in here. There was,
Okay, okay.
they had other musicians, but it was wonderful to have these vibrant women who were really, each had their own style. They had beautiful, powerful voices, and they sang about things that were not often sung about because, you know, most of the time the stars touring and traveling are guys.
Oh, yeah.
So it was really fun, and they sounded good.
Okay.
And so that was a highlight. And the other one was Oliver Mutukudzi.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tuku. He was just awesome. And he was all alone, just came in with his acoustic guitar and sat here. And you just feel the power and the greatness in that man, even though his voice when he speaks is kind of soft and raspy, but he commands the stage.
Okay.
So that was really great.
How do you enjoy your job?
I love my job.
Oh, you love.
It's I really sometimes I work here like way more than than is necessary
Wow.
because it's what I do, it's what I love.
I like that. I like that.
And so I really love it.
So in other words, when you love something, you do it with all the passion.
Yeah,
all the
it's
zeal.
part of you. It's part
Okay,
of you.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what the hardest part of you in terms of working here? Very challenging.
The
task.
hardest part, I guess it's not being able to go to Africa as much as I'd like.
Wow.
So I'm always doing a show every week, talking about African music and what's happening. But it always energizes me when I go someplace and spend time with musicians and just regular people, because then I really get a sense of what's happening, what people like, and I can bring that to the show. So every once in a while, what's challenging is, say I've been in Washington maybe 6 months, 7 months, I haven't gone anywhere.
You want to live now?
Yeah, I'm about ready. It's about time.
So next time, just book a ticket right out, try hard so that you reach Sierra Leone. People want to see you.
Okay.
And then we'll take you to the deep side of the villages and then talk with the villagers. We have talented traditional musicians.
I'd love that.
I think you will come with a lot of materials.
Good.
I'm urging you now to go.
Okay.
If you want to give advice to musicians that are afraid to perform in front of a crowd or do live performance, what would be your advice?
You know what? Probably the most important thing is to practice beforehand.
Okay.
Not just the day of, but regularly practice. Because what gives singers the most anxiety when they're about to sing a live show is they're not, like I said before, they're not sure what's going to come out because they don't know their own voice that well. Okay. You only know your own voice if you, every day, you work it. Okay. Every day. And that way, you know, you might get jitters in the beginning, but you know what you're going to sound like. So there's no real big anxiety in the background. That's what I would say.
You're a real teacher.
I'm a teacher.
We need you in Sierra Leone. We need you. Well, now, let's just play this one clip and then we'll round up. This one clip is this song called Mango Tree.
Okay.
And I'm meant to understand you composed this song during the coup d'etat in Mali.
Did. Yeah.
In your room.
Mm-hmm. My apartment.
Lockdown.
Yep.
What came up at that moment?
What came up was they had a lockdown for a day or two when there was, you know, firing, you know, arms, guns going off all around the city. That made sense. But after that, most Malians continued on with their regular life outside. But because I was an American and associated with the American embassy, we were considered targets, we're obvious targets, and there was, you know, so they told us, don't leave your house.
Okay.
So I'm in my apartment, and I could see over the balcony. It was a beautiful apartment, like a luxury apartment. But I could see over the balcony, there's a tree outside, a mango tree. There's a garden. The ladies are gardening. They're drinking tea, having fun.
And you want to join them?
Yeah. And I'm stuck in this room. And the only thing I could do was play piano because I had my keyboard.
Okay.
So I started just literally singing about what was going on.
Before I play the video, could you give me an a cappella on that one? No, I know your voice, but never mind.
Mango tree, your shade looks lovely from where I can see. People sitting under you, trying to beat the heat. 106 degrees.
I love that. I love that. Let's just pause for a while now and play the video and come around finally. Mango Tree, the host for this week, Salone Star Parade, the great Heather Maxwell. We'll join you back.
Mango tree, your shade looks lovely from where I can see. People sitting under you, trying to beat the heat. 106 degrees. Mango tree, people under you seem so happy, even though they might be hungry tomorrow. That don't get them to down. But look at me, sad and alone in my beautiful home, just across the street. I've got everything I need, but I'm so alone, just sitting here so alone, so alone. Mango tree, your shade looks lovely from where I can see. People sitting under you, trying to beat the heat.
Yes, welcome back once again, Salone Star Parade. Finally, we're about to round up, and of course, the sound that just listened or watched, the sound called Mango Tree by the guest for this week on Salone Star Parade, Heather Maxwell. Welcome again.
Thank you.
I love the song, Mango Tree, people sitting around a tree. It's nice, and I love the video as well.
Thank you.
Something else I love about the song, towards the end, when the way you called or the way you did the mangoro.
Yeah.
Mangoro.
It's a little play on words. It's nahong. Nahong means come and take. Nahong.
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 And mangoro.
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 So come take the mango. Come on, let's party.
You pronounce it, you're saying it exactly the way Africans, most of the Africans do.
Yeah.
Mangoro.
Mangoro.
It's nice, isn't it? well, Heather, it's a pleasure. But all of same, we need to say something a little bit about inspiring younger people that love African music.
Yeah.
What will be your take in inspiring them right now?
Inspiring listeners to enjoy their own music or musicians?
Yes, that what musicians and the listeners as well. You can just
For the
appreciate
both?
them. Yeah.
Well, for the listeners, I would just say, I guess, try to find the beauty and the value in your own music. The grass always seems greener on the other side, but it's not. It never is. And, supporting and having fun, listening and supporting your own music is really great. I try to do that here with my own music, American music, jazz, and it's good to do that, to support your own singers and your musicians. For musicians, it's kind of a similar advice. You all want to make money, right? Sure. So you can make money locally with weddings and those kind of local gigs, but a lot of people want the big money, or they want to travel and they want to see the world. I can tell you that from the Western perspective, the best way to do that is to create a music that has a large identity rooted in where you come from, where you can hear, or if you make videos that you can see. Okay. And then make it modern, make it hip, make it cool by bringing in some elements that are world popular, like hip hop or whatever. But really try to keep the flavor Sierra Leonean.
I love that.
Or from whatever town you're from, or from whatever region you're from. If there's one instrument that comes from your town, pull it into the music, and make it something unique. The West likes that, and that's what we want to hear.
I love this advice.
Oh.
And I think it's a pleasure, telling people out there, because we'll have a lot of artists thinking that they need to do Western music all the time instead of shying away. Most of them are shying away from the African style of music. I think I love this advice.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. And do you love your lips?
My lips?
Your lips, yeah. You like that?
Yeah.
But you don't want to make use of them. And your
In
hands
what
as
way?
well. Do you like your hands?
Yeah.
But you don't need them no more.
Oh! I get it. Like, what the heck are you talking about?
So now we're going to end with a song that you did called All of Me.
Yes.
Tell me, I love those parts,
Oh, thank
Come
you.
take my lips because I don't need them no more.
No.
Take my hands because there's no use of me. Tell me a little bit of this song. Going to end right now.
This song is an old jazz classic written in the 30s or 40s.
Okay.
It's a classic jazz tune.
Okay.
I've been singing it my whole life, since day one, since I started singing. It has been one of the main songs that I sing it when I wake up in the morning. I sing it without even knowing I'm singing it.
Wow.
So I wanted to do it. I wanted to put a French verse to it.
Okay.
Because I speak French and I want to reach out to Francophone people in the world. So I thought that was fun. And so I put the French part on it. And I also added more of an upbeat rhythm. Normally it's sung in a swing style.
Okay.
So this is an upbeat rhythm. A friend of mine, David Ludman, who is American but also a great saxophone player and arranger, he arranged the horn parts. Okay. So it has kind of a Caribbean feel. Yeah. So it's a very new twist on an old American classic.
Who really did you do this song for? You want this person to get use of your lips and your hands as well?
It depends on the year.
And you released this one December 2015, last year.
Yeah.
And how was it like? It was a single.
Yeah, it was great.
People love it.
People really love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure for you to be in this wonderful program, Salone Star Parade.
Thanks so much.
And please make sure, definitely, you go to Sierra Leone. We need you.
I'll see you there.
God bless you. Well, but that is stuff for this week on Salone Star Parade. Her name is Heather Maxwell, the host of African Music Time in Africa, right here in VOA. And of course, I'm right in our studio. It's me, King Millan. Till I meet you next week, may the Almighty God bless you. I'm going to end with a video clip from the wonderful star, all of me. Till then, God bless you. Bye-bye.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. Oh, how can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart.